morning, you guys. Welcome to another vlog. Today is April the 26th. It is almost noon. It's about 15 minutes until noon. I'm thinking about starting a series on my channel, basically showing like a weekly vlog. So one question that I'm getting more and more frequently is how I handle it all. So I thought that might be a good reason to go ahead and create like a weekly vlog, just to show you guys a variety of things that happen during the week and how I'm able to actually get things done. So as some of you guys know, I do get up early in the morning. 4 a.m. is the ideal time. It does not always happen at 4 a.m. Sometimes it's 5 a.m. I know that I've been really struggling since daylight savings time, like what, a month ago or so? I don't know. But it has not been as easy to get up at 4 a.m. So I give myself grace and I get up around 5. I feel like I'm doing good. I don't feel bad because of course you don't want to be sleep deprived. But I feel like in general, humans are not the greatest estimators of time and how much time things actually take. So one thing that has been really helpful for me is time blocking. So basically what I do is I plan out my day in blocks of time. So it really helps me to be aware of how much time things actually do take, so that I'm actually able to plan out my day and get things done more efficiently. So if you guys are interested in like time blocking and the method that I use and stuff like that, I'll be happy to record a video. Another thing I would say is I have a list of things that I want to accomplish each week. And it's not a huge list of things, but I give myself like daily tasks to get things done. So like I said, if you guys want me to film a video about that will be perfectly fine. But then some of you guys may enjoy like these weekly vlogs. So I figured I would go ahead and start doing it. You know what I mean? So my first stop is the bank. I'm at the bank right now. Well, every Monday morning, my daughter and I told you guys that I've hired her as a consultant. So every Monday morning, my daughter and I have a morning meeting, but we've decided to increase the frequency of our meetings just because of the variety of things that's happening with a few different businesses. So this morning's meeting went really good, and it actually lasted like 2 hours. So lasted a lot longer than I anticipated. Typically speaking, our meetings are about 30 to 45 minutes. But today it lasted 2 hours. Time very well spent. I feel really happy. Even though it's noon and I'm just now getting out the house, I feel extremely productive. So on the list of things to do, well, it's a lot of things that I actually have to do today. And I'm not sure how I'm going to be able to get it all fit in, because of the meeting lasting as long as it did. So I have to go to the bank. I have to do some things for an interior design client. You see that Victoria's Secret bag back there. I have to go to Victoria's Secret. A big important business thing. I have to renew my business license for my e-commerce store. So I've been in business for a few years with my e-commerce store, and it's time to renew my license, so I gotta go do that. I'm starving. I have not eaten at all today, and like I said, it's almost noon, so I'm gonna get something to eat too. So yeah, I just want to talk to you guys along the way. Hopefully you'll pick up some great tips in this video, and if nothing else, maybe get inspired to, like start time blocking or work your business a little bit harder, or start that business, or start your loan signing, whatever it is. I really hope that you get some inspiration from that. So as always, you guys comment below and let me know if you are interested in these weekly vlogs, because I definitely can do them. I'll just basically bring my iPhone with me as I go along. And yes, I film on my iPhone. I'm thinking about buying a camera, but as of now, I film on my iPhone. So let me run in the bank so I can get started with the day. So guys, I found out that I could renew my business license online, so I'm so happy about that. That definitely adds some time back into my day. I don't know my password, so goodness, I guess I won't be able to renew it for right now, but I'll renew it once I get home. When I went to the bank, she said for what I needed an appointment. So she asked me to just come back at 1 o'clock, so that's what I will do. So after I get my food from Starbucks, I'm going to head to Victoria's Secret, shoot back to the bank.
Thank you for choosing Starbucks. What can I get started for you?
Thank you so much. This looks so good. So I finished up with Victoria's Secret. It didn't take long at all. All it was my husband bought me some summertime pajamas, and basically it was without a coupon. And I like coupons, you know what I mean? Like, I like saving money. So I was like really tripping over it because. Good afternoon, this is Leah.
Hi Leah, this is John with Italian Furniture.
Hey, how are you doing?
I think that JB, the guy he's been working with, requested that we, what was it? Have it like paid for the cash check on the sales order?
Yes. So I'm actually coming to see you guys today. Are you all open past 4 o'clock?
Oh, I'll be here till 6.
Okay, okay, that sounds good. So I will see you sometime today. I'm not exactly sure what time as of yet, but I definitely will see you today because we do need to like basically put the deposit to hold the items.
Sure.
So so yes, that is definitely on the list. All right, wonderful. That was the furniture store. I actually need to save their phone number. So my client, she is getting some furniture, and in order to hold the furniture, because I want to hold it until the day that we install everything, I have to put a few $1,000s down in order to hold the pieces that she wants. So yeah, it's just so much easier if I could just do it like over the phone versus having to show up in person. You know what I mean? So sometimes it's, you just gotta have to try to prioritize like your day and the things that you need to do, and it's a lot. I got an appointment with my banker, and then I have another appointment at 2:15, then back home for a 4 o'clock appointment, then to the furniture store. But it's okay. So at least I will have gotten everything done that I actually need to do in regards to like everything that was on my to-do list. So I think that's my top tip, is kind of like, don't overwhelm yourself with a ton of things to do on your to-do list, but rather have like your top 3 things that you want to do a day. And sometimes you have to segment those things out, but if you just have like, okay, I want to accomplish these top things, then it definitely makes it a lot easier when it comes to accomplishing stuff, because you stay focused on those tasks that you have at hand. So I can definitely make a video. I think I should make a video about it because it can be confusing. I feel like I do get a lot of stuff done because in the beginning of the week, I kind of order my week. I say, like what I want to do, when I want to do it. And then I'm looking at those things that I said I wanted to do. And from there, I basically build out lists every day in order to get it done. Does that make sense? It sounds so confusing when I'm saying it out loud. So I think showing you might be better than telling you. So if you're interested in planning, managing your time and stuff like that, comment down below. Let me know so that I put that video out. I could get that video out for you guys in, I don't know, probably like the first part of May or something like that. 8 o'clock session, I decided to try to get myself a little bit more put together. So I put some makeup on, and it's now, what time is it? Probably about 9:55 or so. So my 10 o'clock session will be starting in just a minute. So last night I didn't talk to you guys, but I did end up doing a refinance packet, which is right here. So I need a bigger FedEx envelope so I can get this sent off today. So in between, after my 10 o'clock session ends, I'm just gonna go over these documents for the third time before I actually send them off to the company to make sure that everything is good. I try to be thorough to make sure there's no mistakes. Of course, we can always make mistakes, and so it's always really good to check. So my 10 o'clock session will be beginning soon. So after that session is over with, I'm gonna go over these documents and get this sent off. And then my 11 o'clock session will begin after that. But I just wanted to show you guys a little bit of how things go. I got a really good question. I'm probably gonna put it right here. And they were basically asking me how is it that I'm able to mentor and run another business and do loan signings? So I said, you know what? I'm gonna let you into a week in my life. And if you guys like this, I could end up doing a series on it just to show you all of the different things that can be done. It's just that you just have to give your time a name. So every hour should have a name to it. What are you doing that hour? So that's what I try to do. Don't always do it perfectly, but that is really what I try to do to get stuff done. But I'll talk to you guys in a little bit. Let's go ahead and get logged into this session. Hey Google, what time is it?
7:29 p.m.
I finished up with my last session at about 6:45, maybe closer to 7 actually. But my 7 o'clock session rescheduled, so I am done with sessions for the day. But I went ahead and bought some Asian food for dinner, and I got all this produce and stuff that I gotta get put up and put away before we eat dinner. But basically, the day has been really good. I started at 6 a.m. and I had sessions every hour for 45 minutes with the exception of the 4 o'clock time block and the 7 o'clock. Like I said, it ended up rescheduling, so I had an hour break between all that. So from 6 a.m. to 6:45 p.m. was the mentorship session. Everything was mentorships. None of it was just a regular one-on-one. So it's been quite the busy day, but I really like it. I really enjoy it. But my mentorship program is closed now. It's sold out. I do have something else coming that will actually assist, but I think I got a text message from someone from my mentorship program. So before I dig in and eat dinner, I'm gonna go ahead and give her a call back. But I'll pick up with you guys tomorrow. Tomorrow is another busy day, but it's doing some other stuff. So I'll show you guys all of that tomorrow. Good morning. I hope everybody's doing great. Today is Wednesday. Hey Google, what time is it?
8:03 a.m.
And it's 8 o'clock in the morning. And as you can see in the background, my house is a uncontrollable mess. Huge mess. So typically speaking, I take one day out during the week just to get things together, and I try my best to maintain everything. But of course, I don't live alone, so it doesn't depend just upon me. So everyone in the house has to pitch in. But if everyone's schedule is super busy and things are out of sorts for everybody, it just makes it a little bit more difficult. But I still continue to work, even though the house might be a little bit messy. And to me, this is really bad. But I still continue to work. But I know that I can't keep on doing that because it would give me tons of anxiety. So over here, let me show you. My daughter picked up some groceries yesterday, and she hadn't had a moment to put the produce and stuff up. So I'm gonna get that stuff put up, and then I'm gonna mop the kitchen floor. Once I mop the floor, while it dries, I'm gonna clean up my family room and then go into my office. And as you saw, like there's a lot of tasks that I have done in the morning. Things are definitely not perfect, but a lot of you guys have been asking me how I'm able to manage different things. And really it's just about prioritizing and doing what you can. So for instance, I like my house to be clean, but that's not realistic. It's not always clean. My office needs to be clean. I got a bunch of stuff on my desk that I have to work on today and tomorrow. Also, like my bed is not made. My bathrooms need to be clean. So I just like manage as much as I can. And then I set aside some time to do the rest later. So pretty much what I'm about to do right now is I got a check in the mail yesterday. This one is for $90 and I got a couple of checks in my email. So I'm gonna print those out and I'm going to deposit them, not direct deposit, but mobile deposit on my phone. And I will be going to the grocery store because I meant to go on Saturday and it was rainy and nasty and I haven't had an opportunity to go since. And I like to pick my own groceries up. I've used like Instacart and stuff like that, but I just prefer to pick my groceries up myself. So I'm gonna print off these checks and I'm gonna go to the grocery store. After the grocery store, I'll be working on things for the mentorship program. What I do in the mornings, like I was telling you guys before, is I use this notebook. And the night before, I actually write down the things that I want to accomplish for like the next morning, my to-do list. And my to-do list is based off of the goals that I set for on Sunday, or the things I want to do for the week on Sunday, not necessarily goals, but stuff that's really important to do. So each night I make a to-do list, and if I don't get to do it in the notebook, I do it on my phone. So I make a to-do list so I know the direction of my day for the next day. So today I have one signing and the day has been pretty busy. So if I get another call for signing or notification, there's a 98% chance that I will not accept it because I already have enough work to do. So it's about balance. Like sometimes people like accept every signing that they get, and I encourage you to do that in the beginning, but once you have built your business, you could kind of like stabilize it, and it's not really necessary to go out and chase every dollar that is coming your way, especially if other things that are important will fall through the cracks. So while I was cleaning, I got some emails from people and texts from people who are in my mentorship program, and I stopped and I answered those texts and my email and the emails too, just so that I could be available. So for all of you guys who have been asking, how is it that you could do this? How is it that I could ensure that if I enroll in your mentorship program, then I'll be taken care of? This is exactly how. Like, this does not look perfect, does it? I'm still in my pajamas. My hair is not done. But the enrolling in the mentorship program is not possible any longer because the mentorship program has sold out and it has closed. But I am working on something to assist a lot more of you guys with like building your business, gaining the confidence that you need, doing mindset work, a whole bunch of stuff. I'm working on a big project. So hopefully I'll have that project out sometime by May. So I will make a video announcing the project, but I'm gonna go ahead and print off these checks, deposit them. Me and my husband are gonna go to the grocery store. I'll be back after that, and I will be working on some of the other stuff that I told you guys about. And I never did renew my business license, so I'm gonna try to do that today too, because I definitely need to. I think they sent me a notice in the mail yesterday to remind me to renew it, so I'm gonna go ahead and get that done too. And I'm not sure if I've mentioned this in a video in the past, but when you do get e-checks, you do have the option to actually deposit the money into your bank right away. And I think the minimum fee that you will pay is $5. I hate paying fees, so I do not pay them. So I just deposit the check, and if I have to wait a day or two, that's fine. But my bank normally gives me credit the same day, like usually a couple of hours after I deposit the check, I get credit for it. So I also talked to you guys about like, is this business for you? It definitely takes preparation, because like this check that I received was from a signing from March the 22nd. So we're sitting at what, April the 28th right now, and I just got this check in the mail yesterday. So you have to be prepared. You have to have some sort of cushion to be able to like continue to pay your bills while you're trying to build your business. That's what I highly suggest. Otherwise, it will be stressful. If you haven't seen my video where I was asking the question, is this business for you? I'll link it right here. Also, when I get checks, what I typically do is I go to my Notary Gadget, and I am an affiliate with Notary Gadget. So if you sign up with my link, I get a very small commission. I think my commission is like $2.50 per person who signs up. So if you like my channel, if you like the things that I share with you, sign up for my link, because every dollar does count, and I appreciate the $2.50 that I do get. So my link is Notary Gadget /Leah. So I'll put it down here below, and I also will put it in the description box as it is in all of my videos. I love Notary Gadget because it helps me stay on top of who owes me money, what invoices were paid, and when I print checks out, I go ahead to my Notary Gadget and then I mark it as paid, just so that I can stay on top of my books for this notary business. So again, sign up with my link. Sign up today. It's free for the first 15 signings. Once you hit your 15th signing, then it's only $9.99 a month. Well worth it. If you guys want to know more about Notary Gadget, let me know, and I can make a whole nother video about it. But sign up with my link because I want the $2.50. Sign up. Make sure you do. Oh, and I think I got a check from them to deposit too. I got a check right here from Notary Gadget. So thank you, Notary Gadget, for that. I'm going to deposit that check as well. Currently 4:10 p.m. Still on Wednesday. Today has been pretty productive. I've gotten a lot of stuff done. I've did most of the stuff on my to-do list, in addition to going grocery shopping. I was really happy to finally make it to Trader Joe's. They have so many things that I really love there that you can't find anywhere else. So like, I love that spray hand sanitizer that they have. There's some seasonings that I was out of, and then just some quick snacks and quick meals that I really like to get. There's a lot of stuff I like to get from Trader Joe's. But anyway, usually when I go to Trader Joe's, I usually post on my Instagram stories to do like a mini haul, because you know, people always want like inspiration on what to get, or suggestions, recommendations, all that lovely stuff. But anyhow, today I have only one signing, and it's actually only being a witness. So I really expect to be back home by 5 o'clock or sooner. So my ETA is 4:20. The attorney called me and told me that she would be late because they were really late getting the documents. So kind of like I was telling you guys, I think it was last week, I was telling you guys that typically speaking, if it is a last minute signing, I would like to negotiate. So like, I don't always negotiate, but sometimes I do. So basically, they sent out a notification for $25, and you probably already know how I feel about that notification. So I just said no, but I could do it for $50. So in my opinion, it's worth me leaving the house, especially since I didn't have any other signings to do. So like, the last time I took a $25 witness signing, one, it was by mistake, but two, I was already in the midst of doing other signings. So why is that a big deal to me? Well, it's a big deal because like, when I left the house earlier, I was dressed a lot more casual. I had on the same pants. It's like these cropped ankle pants. They could be dressy. You could dress them up or dress them down. I had those on, and then I had a t-shirt on and some sandals. But when I went home, I felt like I was Mr. Rogers or something, because I kept the same pants on, switched out my shoe. I got my notary bag. I switched out my t-shirt to a cami, which I'm wearing, a white, well, you can't see it, a white cami, and then a blazer. So I feel more ready for the signing like this. So basically that's what I did. And it's just, you know, like, when I put in my profile bio that I represent the companies well, I mean it in every sense of representation. So that means the way I look, the way I dress. So I try to be as put together as I can. My hair looking nice, my makeup looking nice, my clothes looking nice, smelling nice is an extra thing too. You know, I don't put too much fragrance on. I might put a dab of fragrance on, but I try to be mindful because some people do have allergies and they're sensitive to stuff like that. So usually I don't wear any fragrance, but basically when I say I represent them well, I mean it. So you know, I just make sure that I look good, I look nice, you know what I mean? I don't just like have my hair just thrown in a little sloppy bun and just be you know, going around in jeans and flip-flops and stuff like that. Like, that is not my style. That is not what I do. You never know who you're gonna meet. You never know what you could get from it. But even more, not even looking at what you could get from it, even more, the thing is you just don't know you know, the level of people being comfortable with you coming into their home. So if you present yourself as a professional, it definitely helps. So, you know, being able to present yourself as a professional is super, super important. So that's what I do. So I do have a what I wear to work video that I plan on doing very, very soon. So like, I know some of you guys told me like maybe a month ago that you wanted some ideas on what you could wear to these signings and stuff like that. So I'm definitely going to get that video put out. There has definitely been a delay, but summer, the weather is warming up. So we're in the like spring season. So spring, summer. So I'll do like a spring, summer lookbook for work. So I think you guys will enjoy that. I think you'll enjoy it. And I think I'm going to enjoy filming it too. Other than that, I feel like I've accomplished pretty much everything that I set out to accomplish today. So I feel like being realistic with your schedule is really, really important. So just like having a realistic view of what you could actually do. So for instance, when I was cleaning my house earlier today, I love cleaning. I could get wrapped up into cleaning. What I don't like is when I clean and people don't like recognize that I've cleaned and they just, you know, don't clean up after themselves. That annoys me. So I don't like that, but I don't mind cleaning. I like cleaning. I like laundry. I like stuff like that. It doesn't bother me whatsoever. I really enjoy it. So I know that I have to put a limit to it. Otherwise, I could spend all day cleaning. Like today, I didn't do any deep cleaning. I just did some surface cleaning because that's really all my time allowed me to do today. And I didn't touch every single room in my house. I never, ever touch every single room in my house in one day because that's just way, way too much work to do. So I just really went into the main areas. So later on in the week, I'll get my bedroom and the bathroom. So I only clean 2 of the bathrooms in my house. I don't clean all of them. So later on in the week, I'll get those. And, you know, I just try to stay on top of laundry. So it's kind of like understanding what you have to do and having a routine. It definitely helps when your family participates and is supportive of your routine. And sometimes like the whole family might be very busy but somebody's got to clean. Like the house has got to be clean. I get major anxiety. Major anxiety when my house is dirty like it was today. But it's real life. I'm going to show you guys all of the stuff that actually happens during a work week. And I don't know if I'm going to do a weekly vlog like this and just post it maybe on a Saturday or a Sunday, or if you guys would actually like me to just do a weekly vlog just once a month. So let me know in the comments. Would you like an actual weekly vlog like this, or do you want just this type of weekly vlog just once a month? Does that make sense? I hope y'all got it. I'm pretty sure y'all got it. So, all right. So I'm almost at the signing. I'm exactly 1 minute away. So I will talk to y'all later. All right, guys. It is 5:26 and I'm right in front of their home. So, of course, I'm not home. I'm 13 minutes away from home. So the closing took a minute. It took a while. So this is why I don't like to be a witness, because you see it's like, what, an hour? Yeah, just a little bit over an hour that I've been there. And it was a VA loan. So if you don't know, when you do like a VA refinance, those are very lengthy. Those could be, let me see, between 40 and 60 pages more than a regular refinance. So I typically like to try to get paid more for a VA loan because of the number of pages. And of course, the more pages you have, the more time you have to spend. So being a witness is definitely not my favorite thing, but I like the attorney that I was with. She's very nice, so I don't mind. And if you kind of put it into perspective now, if I did not negotiate for the $25 that they were offering, then I would really be kind of salty about it. You know what I'm saying? But I would negotiate it, and I got $50 to witness, so I was okay with staying for an hour. So it's like making $50 an hour, and it's coming here, it was about 10 minutes away from my house, but going home it's going to be about 13 minutes away. So I'm not mad at that. It's okay. But being with the attorney is always good. So I would highly suggest that if you guys are, let me put my address in because for some reason it is not picking it up. There we go. Yes, because I need some directions. I'm not familiar with this neighborhood. Okay, there we go. So the attorney, she's really nice. I like working with her. This is my second time working with her, but she was very pleasant, like both times that we worked together. And she prints everything on legal. And there have been some refinances that I have been assigned, and the title company has said, hey, you can print everything on legal if it's easier for you to do. And I always print legal and letter, but you know, I definitely could see the simplification in printing everything on legal, but of course you have to follow the instructions, and if they allow you to print everything on legal, then you could do that. But if they want you to print legal and letter, then you need to do that. You need to follow instructions and not do things your own way. So that's like the summation of it is like $50 for about an hour. And you know, that's why it's so important, in my opinion, to negotiate, because like I don't really like being a witness because the pay is lower usually, and I will take $50 signings, but I'm not there for a whole hour. Does that make sense? Like if I take a $50 signing, it's probably like a 10 or 15 minute signing, so not bad at all, right? So much traffic. But I'm not sure if I said this or not, but I really encourage you guys to take witness assignments if you are given one, and don't even like really try to negotiate, because even if you make $25 for, you know, let's say 40 minutes or hour of your time, I would say don't really try to negotiate that, because there's a lot that you could learn from an attorney if you are in an attorney state. So if you don't have like a lending background, if you don't have a background like working with loan documents, whether it's a loan processor, if you worked in a title office, or if you have no sort of background like that, right? I would say take those witness assignments if you can. Listen very carefully to how the attorney explains documents, and you know, you basically have training. You're getting, it's like paid training. That's what I would encourage you to consider it as. So it was really interesting talking to the signers, the husband and the wife. They were very nice too. And the husband was saying that he was supposed to close 2 days prior, but the attorney that showed up at his house just walked in and didn't even sit down, he said. And the attorney was like, where's your witness? And they said, well, we didn't know we were supposed to have a witness. And he says, well, we can't close without a witness. And he makes a beeline to the door. And the signers were saying like they were so confused and they didn't understand, you know, what in the world was going on. But guys, that's what I'm talking about. When you represent the title company who is giving you the signing, represent them well. I don't care if he is an attorney. That is so inappropriate, and that was rude. You know, like they said it was rude. You know, always kind of like think about how is it that you will feel. Like he could have been having a bad day or whatever. That is very true. But a better explanation would have been better. But even better than that, when he confirmed the appointment with them, they should have actually, he should have actually let them know that they needed a witness there to be present. So obviously he did not do that, and it delayed their loan being closed 2 days. And 2 days does not seem like a big deal, but let me just kind of like put you on to something from a banking perspective. So today is the 28th, and typically speaking, a mortgage payment is due on the 1st of the month. So since this is a refinance from a home that they are actually going to live in, it's not an investment property, it's a refinance for their primary residence, they do have a 3-day rescission period, right? So with that 3-day rescission period, what that means is the lender is not going to disperse the proceeds of the loan until the rescission period is over. So we are sitting at the 28th of October. So Thursday is day 1, Friday is day 2, Monday the 3rd is day 3. So what that means is his mortgage loan for his current lender, the one he's leaving with this refinance, his payment is going to be due on May 1st. So if you really think about stuff in human terms, then you come to understand the importance of doing the right thing for the person and try to get it right the first time. Don't be shrugging your shoulders and, oh, well, it doesn't matter, I didn't know. The attorney that was there on the 26th should have confirmed that they had a witness. And if they did not have a witness, he should have made arrangements for a witness to be present, period. That's it. So one of his questions, one of the reasons why it took a minute at the closing table is because he had so many questions around his payment and when is his payment going to be made and all of that. Because think about it. So if disbursement happens on the 3rd, the check may or may not go out on the 3rd. And then the check, let's say if it's next day air with UPS or express with FedEx. So it may be the 5th before the check goes out. Some people have never needed to use their grace period for their mortgage. So some people may completely forget that mortgages do have a grace period, usually a 15-day grace period. I don't know the details of his current mortgage, but, coming from the customer's perspective, I definitely could understand his concern. Had the loan been closed on the 26th, if I'm thinking about it right without looking at my calendar, this would have been the 2nd day for the rescission period. So tomorrow would have been the 3rd day for the rescission period. So it is a big deal. So it is important to do things right when you get these packets. And that's why I say, let's say I don't just be trying to squeeze signings in just to get, squeeze a couple more dollars. That's not my style. That's not what I do. Every dollar that is offered to me, I do not accept. I make sure that it's something that I want to do, have time to do, and will feel good about doing it. So that's the viewpoint I take with any business activity that I have, and that's the viewpoint that I take with signings. If you see me negotiating, that means that I'm not just being greedy, trying to get as much money as I can. It means that I understand what it takes for the signing to take place and for the signing to take place in a well and respectable manner. So I'm negotiating because I want to feel good about doing this signing for the amount of money that I'm earning for this signing, for the amount that the title company or the signing service or whoever it is, for the amount of work they're asking me to do. So that's why I negotiate. So that I don't show up at somebody's door and, have a bad attitude because I feel like I'm getting the short end of the stick on this deal anyway. Does that make sense, y'all? I mean, that's just me. But I thought I would be home by 5, and it is 5:38, and I'm about 6 minutes away from home. So we stopped at Panera earlier today, so I still have some of my sandwich. So I'm not going to cook any dinner because I usually don't cook dinner too, guys, by the way. Don't tell nobody that, though. I can cook, though. I can cook. If my family requests something, I will do it. I will throw down, and they will love it. Anything that I cook. But just because of the fact that, there's so many different reasons why I don't cook every day. But sometimes it's just easier to get something out or to order something or to cook enough when I do cook so that there are leftovers. So anyway, I'm going to eat my sandwich, and I'll probably just talk to you guys tomorrow, which will be Thursday. I can't believe I got through like half of the week with this vlogging. This is pretty cool. So I'm going to try to have this video up on Saturday or Sunday. Good morning, you guys. Today is Thursday, April the 29th. So this morning, it was a productive morning. I finally was able to renew my business license. Got some housework done, as you saw. And now me and Chances, you guys probably remember Chances, my daughter, we are headed to do some sourcing for the online store. So hopefully it's a fruitful and productive trip. So that's what we have going on. But I just wanted to talk to you guys for a minute because I had a unique situation that popped up this morning. I was getting ready to, not head out the door, but I was getting ready for the day. And I got an email from a law firm that I did a closing for earlier this week. I believe it was earlier this week. It may have been the Monday closing. Basically, the email said that most of the loan documents were unsigned, which that's just simply not true because, I know loan documents. I know what you need to sign. I'm not above making a mistake. I can make mistakes, let's say I miss a signature or miss some initials or something like that. But as far as like having a loan packet with documents unsigned, lots of documents unsigned, that's absolutely not true. So basically what I did is they attached the packet and they asked me to go back to the signer and have it filled out. So my original packet was like 188 pages and the packet that they attached was 182 pages. So I knew something was wrong with this packet because once I got to a certain point, the document started repeating itself. So it's not unusual to have duplicates in a packet. So let's say one thing that could be a duplicate is, I don't know, I can't think of a duplicate offhand. I'm not going to press myself too much to try to think of one, but you can't have duplicates in a packet because let's say title company needs one, the law firm may need one, the lender may need one, right? So they go to different places. The county may need one if it's something that needs to be recorded. So it's not unusual to have duplicates in the packet. However, I did the duplicates and then I continued with the closing and then the same documents repeated itself in the same order. So that let me know that something was wrong. I let the signers know. I was like, give me 1 second. Let's pause the signing. Let me take a look to see if my printer made an error, if I made an error, because I didn't look at the documents before I left home because it was a very busy day. I think that was Monday. It was a very, very busy Monday. So I didn't look at the documents before I left home. I, printed them and headed straight to the signing. So it turned out that I compared the documents on the table with the signers to the documents looking at them through my phone. And they were exactly in line. They were right in line. So I was like, okay. I told the signers, I was like, I really feel like you probably will end up signing some of these documents again. Of course, I called the law firm, but it was after hours and no one answered the phone. So Tuesday was a day full of mentorship. So honestly, I didn't even think about that packet again. I got that packet sent off and because as far from where I'm standing, I did everything that I was to do. I did everything that I was to do. It was a VA packet. VA packets are big, 188 pages, and some laws and regulations do change. So the key documents were in there. So I just, went on about my business. And like I said, Tuesdays were full of mentorship calls. So I literally worked on Zoom from 6 a.m. with a break at 4 p.m. to 5 p.m. back on Zoom, and I didn't get off until almost 8 p.m. So that's how my day shaped up. Was not thinking about this packet at all. I sent the packet off, and that's all there was to it. So I called them because for two reasons. One, I don't mind being wrong, but I wasn't wrong. I didn't actually make a mistake with these documents. They left a lot of paperwork out. Like, it was probably, I stopped counting at 20 missing signatures. That's a lot of missing signatures. And if you are brand new, you won't miss 20 signatures. You just won't. I mean, that's really improbable unless you're being completely negligent, unless you didn't print out a complete packet. There's no way you're going to miss 20 signatures. Like, that's just ridiculous, you know? So it doesn't matter like how long you've been doing this, but I know loan documents, I know loan packets. So like I said, I stopped counting at 20 signatures. So like I said, I called them for two reasons. Reason number one is because it wasn't going to go on record that I made a mistake, because I do get business from this company. They're not a direct company. I get business from them through SnapDocs, but I wasn't about to make it known basically that I did not make a mistake, because I don't want my business to dry up from them. I don't want to get blacklisted for something that someone else was negligent in doing. Does that make sense? Reason number two, I don't mind going back out to the signer, but because it was not my mistake, I'm not going back out for free. So I could print 182 documents with no problem. It's not an issue printing those documents, but I will need to get compensated for that signing. So I called the company, and I held for probably like 10, 12 minutes, and I was hung up on, and I just, basically called right back. And I got someone who was very nice and reasonable, and he said he would communicate with the team that needed to know this, and I would be compensated for it. We didn't talk about the compensation since the documents did come through SnapDocs. I expect for the order to be updated, and if it is not updated, then what will happen is I will just call them back to see what figure we're at for my compensation, and if I need to negotiate, I will, but I'll let them say first, because I'm not about to lowball myself. So I'm going to let them say whatever it is that they are willing to pay, and if it's not reasonable, then I will negotiate. But it may be a very reasonable fee, and it may be more than the amount that's in my head. So, sometimes the person who speaks first is the one that loses when it comes to negotiation. So that's why I'm going to do it like that. So on the agenda today, we're going to do some sourcing. So this should not take more than 2 hours, because I'm pretty sure we are only going to go to 1 or 2 places today. This is a really important part of the e-commerce store, and we're ready to get this done. We're ready because this is the first step in many steps that we have to do. And then I have a signing at 4 o'clock. That is a debt reconciliation package. Usually these don't even require any notarial acts. So it was offered for $50. I negotiated for $75. So I'm doing that signing at 4 o'clock. And then at some point today, I'm going to call the signers from the original signing and schedule with them. I'll schedule with them after the 4 o'clock signing. So I probably will book them for, let's say, like 5:30, just to give me a little bit of space in between the 2 signings. So I'll see if they're available at 5:30, and then we'll just go from there. But anyway, guys, that's on the agenda today. Chances, you have anything you need to say to them?
Good morning.
Good morning. Yeah, it's 10:33, so I'm hoping that we are at least headed back home by noon. That's what I think. And y'all, let me tell you something that I thought was so cute. So Dolores, hey Dolores, if you're watching, Dolores is in my mentorship program. I think she may have been the second person to actually enroll in the mentorship program. So Dolores and me were talking on Tuesday. We were on Zoom and everything, and we were talking, and she, has gotten used to seeing Chances in some of the videos and stuff. And she was like, oh yeah, your daughter, she's so pretty. She looks just like you. She's like, yeah, she's a chocolate chip. So I have not stopped calling Chances chocolate chip, and I think she likes the name. Don't you like it, Chances?
It's very cute.
Like, I've heard of chocolate drop before, but chocolate chip is a new one, and it's so cute. So I've been like, yeah, come on, chocolate chip, we're gonna go. Do you guys use chocolate chip or chocolate drop? Have you ever heard of chocolate chip, or did Dolores just put us all on to something new? Let me know in the comments. But I'll talk to you guys a little bit later on today. We're gonna probably grab some breakfast right before we get to the first place or after, because neither one of us have eaten yet, and I'm sure she's hungry too. So I'll see you guys in just a minute. Okay, so I'm just leaving my signing, and it is now 6:30, and I have a whole hour until I get home. Pretty unbelievable, but some kids in the street. Pretty unbelievable. You just really never know how a signing is going to actually pan out, how it's going to go. So last night I got a notification for a signing for $50, and it was for a loan application, which those are pretty easy and usually pretty quick, but it could be a VA loan application, and they never really let you know if it's a VA loan application. Or let me just say, sometimes it's withheld that it's a VA application. VA applications are always longer, always so much more, and I learned my lesson the hard way with that one because I never did VA loans previously in my lending life. So I just said, you know what, in case it's a VA application, let me just say $75, you know, make it worth my time. And it was in an area that I'm very, very familiar with, and, you know, not far from my home. So I was like, okay, it won't be bad if it's $75 for a VA application. I'll do it. Well, turns out it was not a VA application. It was only 44 pages long, so it wasn't a bad application, and it actually required 0 notarial acts like most applications. Most applications for a home refinance do not require a notarial act. Sometimes what happens is a lender will allow someone to sign documents for a refinance application electronically. And if they don't have the ability to capture a signature electronically, they need a wet signature, is what it's called. So that's when we come out and we do these applications for them. So I got a call this morning, and it was basically someone saying, hey, Leah, are you able to still do this signing today? And we will get the fee amount that you requested approved. So I'm like, okay, yeah, cool. I could definitely fit it in. So the signing was scheduled for 4 p.m., as I told you guys before, earlier this morning. So what ended up happening is I called the signer to confirm the appointment with her, and it was just like a whole ordeal. Like, sometimes you could let your feelings get in the way of stuff, like, you know, your feelings about people and things like that get in the way, and it's not always the best thing, and I think that's what happened with me today. So she's like, okay, I need to sign at a different address. I need to sign at my mom's house because I'm at my mom's house. And I don't really like to make alterations like that, you know, like, because when I have my schedule kind of fixed in my mind, it's kind of fixed in my mind, you know what I'm saying? So I was like, okay, well, her mom might just live right down the street from her, so let me not trip. So she's like, because I'm here taking care of my disabled sister. I helped my mom take care of my disabled sister, which kind of like softened me. Like, you know, I felt bad about that. So I was like, okay, you know, what is the address? And she gives me the address. I plug it in, y'all. It's an hour from my house. I was like, oh my God. So I told her, okay. I said, I won't be able to make it there at 4 because, you know, I had that sourcing to do for my e-commerce store, plus I had some other stuff to get done too. So I'm like, okay, I won't be able to make it at 4, so we could do it for 5. Would that work? And she's like, yeah, that's fine, you know, 5 o'clock will work, you know. But I asked her, what time will you be home? And she's like, well, I won't be home until 9 o'clock tonight. And like I said, I'm very familiar with the area, so going out there at 9 o'clock is really nothing to me. It's nothing to me at all. I have some family that lives in the area, so it's nothing to me to go out at 9 o'clock. And, you know, because, like, she literally lives in the same neighborhood as my family. So she ended up basically saying that, you know, her mom has to sign too. and she's at her mom's house. So I'm thinking, okay, if she's taking care of her disabled sister with her mom, maybe her mom is old and elderly, and maybe I can take this drive and go up there. But I was really conflicted about it because I just, you know, it's my time. It's my time. So I was feeling really conflicted about it. So I said, let me just get home and call the signing service and offer them the opportunity to bounce it back out there to other signers in this area, to change the address, to change the zip code, and offer it to other signers in this area. So I called, and they offered me double the amount for it. So I was like, well, I guess I'll do it. You know, I offered them to, you know, give it to someone else in the area, and they probably don't have many people in this area. I don't know if they do or don't. But by the time I got home and called them, it was only 3 hours before the signing. So the signing was rescheduled for 5 p.m. So it's rush hour in Atlanta. Traffic is horrible. It's very bad. So, I mean, I don't get here until like after 5:30. But I communicated with her along the way, letting her know what was going on. Traffic was just horrible. So I'm just like, good grief. You know, this is a lot. So basically, I get there and I sign, and there's so many dogs in the neighborhood. It's ridiculous. It's so many dogs. Ridiculous. Pit bulls on leashes. You know, like I'm driving past the house with the pit bulls, and, you know, they're trying to like basically get set free from their owners. Ridiculous. Pull up to the house, and these dogs in the neighbor's house come running out, little puppy like dogs, you know, come running out and barking and going on. I was like, oh goodness. Get into their house, their dog is going off. I was like, oh, enough already. I already drove a whole hour to get here. Enough. I was like, could you please put your dog away? Please. She's like, yes, I'm so sorry, I will. But the dog kept escaping. It's like, how in the world does the dog keep escaping if you was asked to put the dog up? I don't get it. Signing took so long. We got to the last of the pages, maybe about page 40, and she didn't have a fixed interest rate on this refinance, this potential refinance, because it's not like the permanent one yet. Her interest rate was not fixed, and she wasn't happy about that, and her interest rate was 4.125, and she's like, no. She showed me the email where the lender said it would be 3.5. So I'm not in the business of convincing anybody what's a good interest rate. I'm not in the business of twisting nobody's arm to sign any paperwork. So I told her to call her lender. So she was on the phone with him for a while, and she finally got off the phone with him. And I don't know what he said. I didn't really hear because she kind of stepped away. But she came back to the table, and she was still very confused. She's like, I just don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. So I just told her, I said, this isn't your final loan. This is an application. So I don't feel like that was guiding her. Maybe giving her a little bit of clarity that you're not locked into anything, because this is just the application. The loan hasn't gone through underwriting. The loan has not been approved. The loan is not clear to close. None of that stuff. It's just the application. So that's all I said, because honestly, if she wants to withdraw her application, she has the right to. I didn't say that to her, but it's true. So she just went ahead and signed, and like her mom was applying with her, and you know, I heard the lender say it would be, the lender was saying her loan payment per month would be $70 less. You know, that's a garbage loan. I'm sorry. Garbage, because she's lived at the house for, I want to say, 5 years. You know, obviously her credit is decent enough to refinance. And, you know, her interest rate, she's saving $70-something. It's not true savings. And here's why. You probably already know why. But, you know, I got a long ride home, so I'm going to talk to y'all and tell y'all why. So if you've lived there 5 years already, you've already made 60 mortgage payments. So you're saving $70 a month on the mortgage. So you're resetting your mortgage all the way back to 360 months. You're actually paying more. You're not saving any money. The interest rate is garbage. The whole loan is garbage. I don't know her situation, but she's really better off like keeping what it is that she has. I'm about to get on the interstate, so I'm gonna cut this video off, but when I get home, I got work to do still. I gotta scan these documents back, and then in addition to that, I have to actually do some more work too. Friday, I'm taking 0 signings. I'm not taking not one signing tomorrow, I swear. Even if it's from a direct client, I'm booked. I'm not taking any because I have so much work to do. But anyway, guys, I hope you guys are enjoying this vlog. We're gonna pick up tomorrow, and I'm gonna show you the rest of the work that I'm gonna do. Okay, so I'll see y'all tomorrow.